So let's continue with our project. We are going to start looking for want to implement the all music page, whereby when I click on this one, let it redirect me to all music page. Currently it is just refreshing the page, but we want, like, when we click, then it will take us to all music page and then display all the musics there. So to do that, it is not actually going to take long. We just come here, then create our all music page. I'm going to call it as all musics. All musics like that. .html. So this is our all musics page. So what we want to do here is, let me generate the boilerplate for HTML and then connect my CSS. And I'm going to use only the one CSS file, but if you want to organize everything of yours, you want to be organized, you can create every page with separate CSS with their own CSS. But me, I'm just going to use this same CSS file, so I don't want to, like, it is just for the sake of tutorial, but you can organize yours also. So this one, the title I'm going to write is as all musics, and let me put here explore. All musics explore. So this is what we want. So as you can see in our page here, and if you click on the all musics, as you can see, it is kind of the same recommendation, whatever recommendation component we have, but it is just we are reusing it with different genres now. So to implement that one, I think it's not going to take long here with us. First thing, we have to connect our link here to the all musics. So for us to do that, I'm just going to click this one, change this on to all musics, then save it. So if I come here and then click this one now, then it will take us to our all musics page, but as you can see, our all musics currently is empty. So as you can see here, we want the word there, the nav bar, and then this one. So first thing, we come back to our HTML. I'm just going to copy everything from here to here. I'm just going to copy the nav bar and then paste it here inside our all musics. If you didn't watch the previous video where we started by creating the home page, you better go and watch it so that you know what we are doing here. So if I save this one and come back here, you can see we have our navigation there. And then the second thing you want to take is the recommendation here. So from the recommendation, I'm just going to copy everything from here and then take it here. Under this, I'm going to paste it here. So if I save it and then come here to our all musics, and as you can see, it is actually getting, we are getting what we want. So instead of this one, ours is my first one, which is the hip hop. You can put whatever you like there. Me, I'm just going to start with hip hop, and then you can see it is here, hip hop. And then I can just copy and paste this one few more times. To do that, I'll just take everything from here to here and then copy it few more times. We have hip hop, reggae, and afro. So let me put reggae here. This is reggae music genre, and then here is Afrobeat. Here is Afrobeats. So if I save the file, and then you can see now, boom, everything is as expected, and it is the same as this one. It is just a matter of now generating the static files for this one. Like, let me say this one is like 5. I'll just generate this one 5, and then this one is 4. I'll take this one 4, and then leave the other one just to 3, and then perfect. This is what we have. Actually didn't take long, so this is what we have, and it is we are done with this. So now we want to add the functionality of when we click. We want to click on this so that can take us to our play. Okay, for us to do that, we have to give it a link. So I'm not going to give the link to every page here, I'm going to give to only one, but I just want to show you how you can get the point of doing that. I'm going to give the link to only one page, to only one song. That will redirect us to our play page. So here is what I want to do. I'm just going to cut this one and put a link here. It is actually a tag, and this a tag will go to what? To play. I'm going to create this file. Currently I don't have it. This is the link. It is going to play, and then I'll just put this one inside display. Let me format this text here, and then let me save it. So it is formatted, and then save it. So the link, the image I have with the link is this image here. So when you click on this one, I want it to take you to the play, but currently because you don't have the play, when I click it, it's just going to take us to this blank page. So we have to create this page in order not to get this error. So for us to do that, we come here and create a file here. I'm going to call it play.html like this. So in this play, I'm going to say play or player, and then explore like this. Perfect. So in our body, in our play, if we come to our original template here, we see we have this image. Just this is the playing whatever. So we have to play around also with the play. So what I want to put is, I have to first manipulate the HTML for the playing. I want to give it a section. I'm gonna say playing page, because it is not going to contain the footer or the navbar. I'm going to give it a section and give the section a class of play header. Inside this play header, I want to give it image, and then the image will follow this path, this image path. Let me put this one. This one is okay. So this is the image I want to put. After this image, I'm going to take the article and then give it a class of main child. So inside the main child, I'm going to take an article also, then give it a class of child. So after that, I have to open another article without any class name, and then inside this article, I want to give an article also with the class of music title. Now this is where our music we're going to put. So the music title I want to put, actually it's not going to be the music title, it's going to be the artist name. Okay, I'm going to put this South Sudanese artist called Coco San. He's a good musician by the way. I love his music. And then this one I'm going to call it as music description, like this. And then I'm going to put his music title called Waja. Oh, I'm in love. I'm in love. So this is the music title for Coco-san. So after that, what we want. We want a child with the sharing buttons and all those stuff. Okay, article with the class of sharing hyphen btn. Inside the sharing btn, I'm going to put two buttons, which is going to be article with the class of sharing, like this. And then here inside this button, actually I want an icon, but currently I'm just going to put a text. I'm going to say share and then come down and then put it like this. Or let me just make a letter to be the icon, and then download. Share and download. This is what we want. Okay. So this is what we want in this class of child. Inside this class of child, this is what we want. And then after the class of child, I want to take the article with the class of range. And this is going to be our range or our progress bar. So I'm just going to put an input here. The input is going to be a range input. The type is going to be range. And then I'm going to give it a class. Then the class name is going to be range. Actually not something very big or advanced. So after this range, I want to take I want to put a section inside this, and then the section is going to have a class of controllers. This is where our controllers is going to be. And then inside the controllers, I'm going to say article with a class name of controls or control, like this. So inside the control is where we are going to put our next button. Okay, let me say article with a class of previous. I'm just going to give it all this previous, next, and then the previous is going to be less than sign. Just going to put a less than sign, and then after this we are going to give this one a class name of play. I'm going to give it a class name of play, and in the play I'm just going to put double pipe like this. Oops, not like this, like this. And then from there we have our next. I'm gonna paste this one here, and then instead of this I'm going to change it to this. Alright, so our application is taking effect now. Then from there we break out of this. Let's break out of our main and create a title, this one with the class of play, article with the class of play, that's logo, that's small, which is going to be our logo. And then our logo is going to be explore dot, like this. So after the logo, we are going to close our image because we are putting everything inside our image. Remember, I have to close image tag here, but this image here, yeah, I mean this image. So this image has a closing tag which is here. So actually this one is even not making sense. Let's take this image out. So from there, if I save the file, oops, all right, refresh it, then we have everything is here. Everything is here, as you can see. Oh no, like this, yeah. So let's come to our style and then do some styling for our player. Let me say play or player page, like this. We have to get the class of play, that's header, play header, give it a width, and then the width is going to be of 100%. Alright, perfect. I'm going to take the class of main, that's img. Let's see if we have this class here. We have main img. It is going to be our picture. Actually, we just forgot to apply this class name here. Class name of main hyphen img, like this. So the main img is our picture, and then we are going to give it first a position, and then the position is going to be a relative. And after giving it a position of relative, we want to give it a width, and then the width is going to be of 100%. We want to give it a height. The height, I'm going to give it of 100 viewport height to take the full page, and then I want to give it an object fit to be at least cover, or object fit to view of cover like this. If I save the file and then come back to our browser, then let me just hit refresh here. So kind of our image is not taking any effect, but we are going to sort that out. Let's first target the child or the children, the main child actually. A class of main child. Give it a position of absolute. Position of absolute. And then let me give it from bottom. I want to give it a 0, something like 0% like that. Alright, let me give it a width of 100 pixels. I mean 100%, not pixels. I want to inherit the height to be from the parent, which is inherit. And then I want to give it a background gradient. I want to give it a background of linear gradient. And then to bottom. So what is the linear gradient we are going to use? I'm going to first give it RGB color, but I want to add the alpha decimal on it, and it is going to be 0, 0, 0, and then our alpha of 0. This is the first thing. And then the second one is going to be RGB also. The second one is going to be 0, 0, 0, and then 1 now. This is our second color. Okay. After this color gradient, I want to give it a background size. And then the background size, I'm going to give it a contain, to contain every whatever. So adjust the padding and then give the padding of 30 pixels. So yeah, we added the padding of 30 pixels. Let me first check in my play if you have this class name here. img header img because I'm not seeing the image doing anything. Let me come here. Let me try to close it here. Oops, not like that. Just say img like this. Okay, it is not doing anything. Let's proceed with our styling and sort it out on the go. Yeah. I have to now take the class of child. First thing, I want to give it a display of flex. And then I want to give it a justify content. Justify content is space between. Okay. Let's play around with some styling here. I'm going to take the music class music title, class of music, that's title. So the reason why it is not taking our styling, it's my bad. It is because we didn't link our CSS. I'm even wondering why it is not taking our styling. So this is the problem in our play. We didn't link our CSS. That's why we can't see any changes. I'm sorry. You just add that, and then after saving it, then you come back to our browser. So this is what we want actually. So this is what we are looking for, and here it is, our effects now taking place. Sorry, this is just a kind of minor error. This thing happens with everyone, so we are all not perfect in our daily life. So errors are errors, mistakes are mistakes. So this is how it is. So let's just proceed and give the styling, font weight, and then the font weight I'm going to give it a bold. Alright, then give it a color, not column but color. So the color is going to be of white color. I'm going to give it white color like this. So I'm going to target the play dust logo. Remember we have that class, and then small. If I can type small, want to give it a font size, and then the font size, I'm going to give it a font size of 30 pixels. Perfect. Then I want to give it a color. The color is going to be black. I want to give it a text transform of uppercase, and then font weight of bold. Text transform, I want to transform it to uppercase. Remember, it is our logo, so we have to give it the same styling. And then font weight of bold, I remember we put it as bolder before. And then want to set text decoration to be line through, as you people know our logo already. And then I'm going to position it to be absolute, because I want it to be at the top there, at the top of the parent. And then I want to give it the right side to be at least 50. Let it be at right side of 50 or 50 pixels like this. And then from top of 20 pixels. From top of 20 pixels like this. If I save the file, come to our browser, then you see our logos here up at the top here, and then you can see the text here change to this color. So we are kind of getting this same design now. So remember, our text of this one is in white also. So let me target our class of controllers. Remember, we have the class of controllers like this. So in our class of controllers, I'm going to give it a width of 95%. Width of 95%. And then margin. Then the margin is going to be of auto. This is the only thing we want in our controllers. Let's come here inside our controllers. Let's see what do we have. Inside our controllers, we have the controllers, and then yeah, let's target our controllers. After saving it, let me see. Yeah, how can I help you? So let's target the class of control. And then in the class of control, we have the display of flex. We have justify. We want to justify everything to be space between. Alright. Not space between, but it is going to be center, by the way. I'm sorry. Then alignment of the items to be in the center. Okay, so let me give some gap, and then the gap, I'm going to give it a very big gap between the icons or the controllers. So I want to give it some paddings. Then the padding, I'm going to give it of 20 pixels in every side. After saving it, come back here. So as you can see here, we have our controllers now. And it is looking perfect, though we didn't use this one, we didn't use icon here, but our controllers is now looking okay. So let's play around with this music description here. I think we just wanted to change its color to be white, and then we proceed. All right, let's take the class of, it is a class of music. Thus this, I'm going to give it a color. The color is going to be of gray, and then I want to give it a text decoration. The text decoration is going to be underlined because we want a line under it. So this is the text decoration of the music description. Then we want to take our range value now. Remember, we have that range, that progress bar. Oh yeah, it is a progress bar. I give it a class of range val. So we have to target that and give it some width. So I'm going to give it a width of 80%. And then I'm going to give it a margin from top and bottom. Margin from top and bottom. Margin from top of 10. And then auto to be left and right. So that one will align for us our range in the center. It is not taking effect because we want to target the actual range now. So this is the container of the range, but to target the actual range, we remember we give it a name, a class of range, and then give it a width. So I'm going to take the width to be full, 100% of the parent. So as you can see, we have now our range here. So it is perfect. Actually, we are now getting our design here, as you can see. So we just wanted to play around with it now. Let me come to our play and see the class of range val. So I'm not seeing the effect because this one here, I just misspell it. It has to be range val so that it will start somewhere from here. So after saving this one, so this is what we want, an actual. So it is fixed, yeah. All right, back to our CSS. We have to take the class of sharing. Remember, we have the sharing btn. That's btn. So in the sharing btn, I want to give it a display of flex. I want to give it an alignment. The alignment is going to be off center. And then I want to give it a gap. The gap is going to be of 20 pixels. This is the gap I want to give between the buttons. If you don't know what we are working, this is the buttons here. This, as you can see, I give it the letter S and D. This for our download and sharing. Okay, so after saving it, then come back here, then you can see they are now horizontal. Let me give class of padding and then give it a 13 pixels from every side. Give it a width. The width is going to be 50 pixels, and even height, then the height is going to be 50 pixels, and then border radius. The border radius, I'm going to give it also a 50%. 50% of the 50 pixels. And then text align. I want to align everything to the center. And then I'm going to give it a cursor. The cursor is going to be pointer. Then give some background color. The background color, I'm going to give it a background color of white. Or yeah, white or gray. Okay. So as you can see, after saving it, we have a nice playing button here, which is perfect. So let's now target the what? Oops. Let's target now the sharing hover effect. But anyways, let's first target the pref. The pref does next. Want to give it a hover. So when you hover over it, want to give it a border. The border is going to be of 1 pixel, solid, and then this color code of RGB is going to be 39, 36, 36. So this is the color code I want to give it. I want to give it a background color. I'm going to give it a background color of this hexadecimal color, which is F4 A B A B A4. So this is the color code. Give it a width. I want to give it a width of 50 pixels. Give it a height of 50 also, a height of 50 pixels. And then let's give it a border radius. Border radius of 50%. And then let's give it a cursor. The cursor is going to be of pointer. And then let's give it a text align or align to the center. And then give it a padding. We want some spacing between our buttons. And then let's fix this one here and then save our file. So when we come here and then hover over this, you see there's an ISO. You have to fix that. padding of 10 pixels like this. So it is coming. You just play around the padding. Let's play around the padding. See, it is coming. I'm going to give it 17. Yeah, so this is what we want. But you can now like make something very nice. They are also like giving this one a big size of font. Let me come here, press this one here, and then give it the font size something big. Let me say we give it 20 pixels like that, and then we give it like the bold, the font weight to be bold. So after saving this, then you come back here and you can see it is now bold, and then it has this, which is perfect. Then you come just here and reduce your padding at least to be 15, and then check it out. Perfect now. So it is now working okay. Now let's target our actually we are 99% done. Probably we just wanted to give some styling to our download button and sharing button here. Maybe we just give it some style. Let's see what do we, it is called sharing. Let me come to the class of sharing, call this class of sharing, and then I'm going to give it a padding. The first thing, padding of 5 pixels. I'm going to give it a width, and then the width is going to be of 35 pixels. A height is going to be of 35 pixels, and then I want to give it a border radius of 50%. I want to give it a text align to the center. I want to give it a cursor to be pointer. Then after that, just make the font size to be big, and then I'm going to say 20 pixels. Then font weight of bold like this. Then you saved it. Perfect. As you can see, it is here, very bold, big, and then you just give it a border. Let's give it a border so that you can see that this is actually a button. I'm going to give it a border font pixel. It's going to be solid, and then black in color. Just save it, and perfect. So we have our share button and then our download buttons. So this is the end of this, and we have completed this project. The play page, all musics, and then the home page. So what we are going to do next is now to play around with our we are going to play around to create our dashboard. So let me see you.